Aldermen, the first item on the agenda is roll call.
Sally Brock is absent. Deidre Dunlap,
Present.
Stacy Harvey,
Present.
Steve Harvey,
Here.
Rachel Kirby.
Here.
Carrie Morton,
Here.
Mayor Chastain.
Aye, motion passes. Next on the agenda is, motion passes. I apologize. The next item on the agenda is consideration of minutes. Each member of the board should have received those in their agenda packet. If there be no requests for additions, corrections, or deletions, I'll entertain a motion to dispense with the reading and approve them as read.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Deidre Dunlap,
Second.
second by Ms. Carrie Morton. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, now the motion passes. Item 3 is recognition of visitors. If anyone wishes to address the board this evening, please step to the podium and state your name for the record. Hearing no comments, we'll move on to item 4, recognition of employees. We have several department heads here this evening, if anyone wishes.
Mike.
If anyone wishes to recognize an employee, please come on up. Hearing none, we'll move on to item 5, communications. There are none. Item 6 is petitions. There are none. Item 7 is unfinished business. And item 7A is surplus property results after sealed bids held on Friday or on February 23rd, 2024.
Okay, so we received bids on almost every property except for the structure that's at 206 Potter Lane. We did not receive anything on that one. And I would just request that we approve the highest bidder on each property. In addition to that, we've talked about the rescue squad property before. Now's probably a good time to vote on donating that. It's on the list here, and then the Habitat property as well. We went back and forth on that. Habitat's going to keep the property. When these bids went out, the gentleman that owns the 2 pieces of property on either side of this parcel was made aware that Habitat would be interested, so they got together and Habitat said we'll keep it. So long story short, this we've got 4 properties here, total of $6,356 in revenue. So as far as the motion, Tim, piece by piece, or
Oh, I think you can do it as a whole unless there's some special discussion on a particular track.
there's the donation of the rescue squad, which is a little bit abnormal. And then I guess one thing I didn't mention is that I would like to proceed with removing the house from 206 Potter Lane. Public Works can demo it. So we can continue with the stormwater project there.
So I guess if this is correct, I would make a motion to accept the 4 bids that we got on the surplus property
And authorize the.
and authorize the,
Of a quick claim deed.
that's correct. And we would accept the highest of the 4 bids that we got for each named parcel. And that motion would also include the city to enter into a quitclaim deed for the successful bidder of each parcel.
So we have a motion in that regard. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Stacy Harvey, a second by Mr. Steve Harvey. Any questions or comments?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So on these properties, if we sell them, like for these very well low bids that they are, when they develop those properties, then let's just say somebody builds a house on it. Okay, so then the property is assessed with the new house on it and the land, the whole total thing, and that's how we get property taxes. It won't stay, the land won't stay anywhere near this low bid as far as gaining property taxes. Is that correct?
That's right. That's just the purchase price of the property. Going forward, any new improvements would be taxed appropriately.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm looking, and a couple of these properties have property owners that touch. I mean, the people that bid, their properties touch these properties too, especially the ones there on the river.
Yeah, yeah.
Those river properties.
Mhm.
Okay.
One question I guess I have that I'm not clear on is the donation of the rescue squad. Are we separately gonna do that or?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, this motion is for accepting these bids for these four properties, and then we'll do that property in just a minute. Okay. If there's no further questions, we'll call for the vote.
Deidre Dunlap,
Aye.
Stacy Harvey,
Aye.
Steve Harvey,
Yes.
Rachel Kirby,
Yes.
Carrie Morton,
Yes.
Mayor Chastain.
Aye, motion passes. Next, we will discuss donating the rescue squad property in the building to the Warren County Rescue Squad. This is something that we've, I guess, discussed for a little while. And they have asked to just officially take over that property from us rather than renting it. So
Well, I'll make a motion to approve that gift to the Warren County Rescue Squad.
we have a motion by Mr. Stacy Harvey,
A second.
second by Miss Rachel Kirby. Any questions or discussion? Hearing none, we'll call for the vote.
Deidre Dunlap,
Aye.
Stacy Harvey,
Aye.
Steve Harvey,
Yes.
Rachel Kirby,
Yes.
Carrie Morton,
Yes.
Mayor Chastain.
Aye, motion passes. Is there any other unfinished business to come before the board this evening? Hearing none, we'll move on to item 8, new business. Items A and B, we will discuss together. These are reappointing, if the board approves it, Mr. Michael Griffith and Ms. Rachel Kirby to the Historic Zoning Commission. This is one of those boards that we've discussed in the past where there are certain criteria that have to be met, and we've generally had difficulty filling these seats over the years. These are both reappointments, but I'm certainly open to exploring other names, and Sean and I could get with these individuals if need be. But both Mr. Griffith and Ms. Kirby are agreeable to reappointments if those are the wishes of the board.
So what's the composition of the boards? Because we've had some moving around. You know, I'm not sure that I'm even in tune with who the entire board consists of now.
Sean?
On the board,
Yes, sir.
so it's Michael Griffith, Rachel Kirby, Ben Myers,
Raven.
Raven Young,
And
and
Dan
Sellers.
Fair enough. Thank you.
That's the five.
Because that's several new names in the last couple of years there.
Yeah, that's the current five board.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'll make a motion can we approve them both at the same time?
Yeah.
That motion I would make a motion to approve both reappointments.
All right, we have a
Second.
motion by Mr. Stacy Harvey, a second by Ms. Deidre Dunlap. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye, motion passes. Item 8C is discussion of ordinance number 1664, an ordinance regarding attendance of the mayor and board of aldermen to meetings. Essentially, there are attendance requirements for us to be paid each month. And what is not included in this ordinance is any kind of medical clause. There are unforeseen circumstances that do come up from time to time. We do have a member of this board that has had to have a number of surgeries, and her absences have not been on purpose by any means. And this has happened in the past as well, going back and doing a little research. So I wanted to weigh the thoughts of the board about putting some kind of medical clause that essentially provides for excused absences, if you will.
I think that's a great thing, but I would ask to consider one more thing.
Mhm.
You know, not only do we have to worry about us getting sick, but all of us have, or most of us have older parents that we may be the primary caregivers for. So I would want to extend that to an immediate, to care for an immediate family member, such as an ailing parent.
Um, Andrea and I will work with Tim on drafting the language on how to amend this ordinance, and then we will bring it back to the board at the next meeting.
Mayor,
Yes,
let's
sir.
involve Libby in that discussion. I think we could lift some language out of FMLA that might be usable.
That way we can have all of that input and then be able to amend ordinance 1664 as appropriate. Any questions or comments? All right. Item 8D is discussion on the 2023 Public Trust Survey results. Nolan?
Okay, pursuant to our 2023-2026 strategic plan goal of increasing public understanding and trust, we conducted a public trust survey to determine the current level of public trust. Our specific strategic plan goal is to increase public trust by 10% by 2026. To do so, we had to establish a baseline, which was our first public trust survey. The public trust survey was open from October 2nd of 23 through January 1st of 24 and consisted of 12 questions pertaining to citizens' current trust in City of McMinnville government. While the survey was shared through social media and in person at informal booths and various local events, we only received 40 responses. Out of a town of 14,000, that's not many. Given that our strategic plan goal is to increase public trust by 10% by 2026, doing so would put us at 70%. And for reference, trust in local government throughout the US was 71% in 2020, but that's dropped to 67 as of 2023, according to Gallup. As far as a recommendation, I think, we can use these results as a baseline, but 40 total responses is very low. So we need to increase engagement to get more accurate, statistically significant perception of our trust levels. Again, at 14,000 people, we would need about 500 responses to get there to have some meaningful results. So all of this to say, I don't think the results say too much, but we can use it as a baseline going forward. And
Is there some way we could put up something like at the Park Theater or different, Civic Center, different locations that has?
QR code,
Mhm.
Yeah,
QR code that links right to them.
I feel like we did that,
resident.
but we can continue to do it. We could keep it open all the time. And, measure where we're at that time. So open to suggestions, but just kind of wanted to give you an update as far as what happened as a result of that survey.
Well, it would seem to me maybe if we open it for the year and then review the proceeding year back and, and constantly keep it in front of people, you know what I mean? And refer to it
Yeah,
over and over, that's probably a good plan to get more people to cooperate.
I think that way, talking about it more constantly, people will be aware of its existence. And maybe be more willing to engage with us.
The
Maybe they
parks
just
are gonna
don't
be
trust
hopping-
us right now.
Parks
just
will be
kidding.
hopping in a little bit,
Yeah,
everybody will be outside.
so. I guess we'll regroup on that and try to think of a way to leave that open all year and then look at it at the end of each year.
At least until we get enough acceptance and knowledge about it in the community that maybe we can compress the survey period
Mhm.
after that.
Yeah. All right, item 8E is a review from Justin Scott and Melissa Mullins on the Storybook Trails Grant.
So Melissa reached out to me back in November of 23 about an opportunity for a grant through the Governor's Early Literacy Foundation. What that grant consisted of was putting up what they call a storybook trail. And from what I've read and before applying was that it's like 21 panels that you would put up, and as you walk a trail, walk a path, greenway, whatever, you would read a portion of the story at each one. And so when Melissa reached out to me and said, do you have any idea where you'd want to put this? My first thought was on the greenway. I thought that would be a perfect spot to do it. But then I thought, wait, we have West Elementary right in our backyard. And I thought that would be the perfect spot, the Milner Center, our 3/4 mile track. So we applied for the grant and we received it. It's a $5,000 grant. And so we were super excited about it. I want Melissa to kind of talk about the foundation. She has some information, and then in your handbook, in your packet, there's a handbook, and it shows actually the frames and the posts and the panels this thing goes on. We will install it. Our staff will, and it'll be at the height for kids to read. It's pretty cool.
I was just gonna say, excuse me, the books from birth, it is what works with the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. And it's just a good opportunity, I think, to have some outdoor reading and exercise with families. It's something that Books from Birth and the foundation think would be a wonderful addition to the Milner.
So there's 20.
21 panels, I think is what we read, what I read, and so the grant's gonna cover the panels, the frames and the post. And then I would work with Melissa, I would work with, I got support from, Michelle Lewis, the principal at West. And she was super excited about it, but we would install these every so often around the trail there at the complex. And I believe I said to Nolan, I said, this is just another component. We already talk about athletics, we talk about fitness, but now we're talking literacy. So it's just another component we can add to what we already have out there.
So it's all one story, like the 21.
It is, and what they're working on is being able to, like, after it stays there for so long,
Right.
communities trading out different
Change it.
stories, so it can be a different story.
It would be good anywhere.
Yeah.
We have some good places for that.
And down the road, there is also something they call a plot twist, and you can go, I think it's after 2 years, you can go in and try to receive grant funding for the upkeep of the panels as well.
And they look nice. I hadn't really seen. Oh, yeah, there they are. Cute.
We get a motion to it?
No, it's just information they're giving us.
It's page 14 that showed the picture of them.
Way off.
So what's the lead time? If we decide to do this, when can we have it implemented?
Sure. So I believe what I read was we had to have it implemented within 12 months from the time we received the grant, which was around February 1st. We have until January 31st of 25 to have it actually implemented. So we have plenty of time to do that.
It seems like they're just simple 2x4 frames on a 4x4 post, just pressure treated wood that's painted.
Yep. And we'll put it close to the trail so no one has to step off the trail and make it convenient and easy for the kids. But I think it's gonna be great. Be great for the teachers to get their kids out and walk them and let them read a story.
And then one of the other features is we can do community events there. We can do like book readings and stuff along the trail, and different events is what they would like for us to do with that as well.
That's great. Congratulations.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Before we move on, does any member of the board have any new business this evening? Hearing none, we'll move on to item 9, resolutions. Item 9A is resolution number 2024, resolution of the city of McMinnville to accept a bid from Tinsley Asphalt for materials and labor and overlaying identified city streets, to authorize the city administrator to sign this agreement and to express the time when the resolution becomes effective. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
A motion by Ms. Carrie Morton, second by Mr. Stacy Harvey. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, we'll call for the vote.
Deidre Dunlap,
Hi.
Stacy Harvey,
Aye.
Steve Harvey.
Yes.
Rachel Kirby.
Yes.
Carrie Morton.
Yes.
Mayor Chastain.
Aye, motion passes. Item 9B is resolution number 2024, resolution of the city of McMinnville to affirm the action taken by Parks and Recreation Committee for Joe Harvey to sign a tentative contract for Edwin McCain and the city administrator to issue the necessary paperwork on behalf of the city and to set the date for the resolution to become effective. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
A motion by Mr. Stacy Harvey,
Second.
second by Ms. Deidre Dunlap. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, we'll call for the vote.
Deidre Dunlap,
Aye.
Stacy Harvey,
Aye.
Steve Harvey,
Yes.
Rachel Kirby.
Yes.
Carrie Morton.
Yes.
Mayor Chastain.
Aye, motion passes. Item 9C is resolution number 2024 07. I apologize. But 2024 05, we've done, and then 06.
And this next one's 07.
Okay. Resolution number 2024 07, resolution to approve Civil Site Design Group to consult the city of McMinnville for ARP projects. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion.
A motion by Ms. Carrie Morton,
Second.
second by Ms. Rachel Kirby. Mr. Ming, any context on these next two?
Yes, so these are part of the $1 million that we got in ARP funding for the two, for Bobby Ray School wetland project, as well as the Potter Lane stormwater project. We had to do a request for proposals, received 3 or 4 on each request for proposal for engineering services as well as environmental services. We formed a committee, which was Mr. Lyndon Bissell, myself, and Alderman Morton. We independently reviewed the submittals, got together and scored them, and we all agreed that CSDG should win the engineering portion for both projects. And then for the next one, that MRW should win the environmental portion for both projects.
All right, any questions or comments about item 9C? Hearing none, we'll call for the vote.
Deidre Dunlap,
Aye.
Stacy Harvey,
Aye.
Steve Harvey,
Yes.
Rachel Kirby.
Yes.
Carrie Morton.
Yes.
Mayor Chastain.
Aye, motion passes. Item 9B is resolution number 2024 08, resolution to approve MRW Environmental to consult for the city of McMinnville ARP projects. And this is the information that Mr. Ming just discussed. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Carrie Morton,
Second.
second by Ms. Rachel Kirby. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, we'll call for the vote.
Deidre Dunlap,
Aye.
Stacy Harvey,
Aye.
Steve Harvey.
Yes.
Rachel Kirby.
Yes.
Carrie Morton.
Yes.
Mayor Chastain.
Aye, motion passes. Item 9E is resolution number 2024 09, resolution to appoint to the accounting firm of Denning and Cantrell to perform the annual audit for the city covering fiscal year 23 through June 30th, 2024 for the sum of $25,500. The annual audit covering July 1, 2024 to June 30, 2025 in the sum of $26,500, and the yearly audit covering fiscal year July 1, 2025 through June 30, 2026 for the sum of $26,500. And to set the date that this report is due, authorize the mayor to sign the contract and to select the date the resolution to become effective. Have a motion to approve.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Steve Harvey,
Second.
second by Ms. Deidre Dunlap. Any questions or comment? Hearing none, we'll call for the vote.
Deidre Dunlap,
Aye.
Stacy Harvey,
Aye.
Steve Harvey,
Yes.
Rachel Kirby.
Yes.
Carrie Morton,
Yes,
Mayor Chastain.
Aye, motion passes. Item 9F is resolution number 2024-10, resolution of the city of McMinnville to accept the only bid from Cookeville Heating and Cooling LLC to install a new 10-ton train gas RTU unit for $18,500 to McMinnville Public Works Department located at 1266 Belmont Drive to authorize the city administrator to issue the necessary purchase order on behalf of the city and to express the time when the resolution becomes effective. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Stacy Harvey,
second.
second by Ms. Carrie Morton. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, we'll call for the vote.
Deidre Dunlap,
Aye.
Stacy Harvey,
Aye.
Steve Harvey,
Yes.
Rachel Kirby.
Yes.
Carrie Morton,
Yes,
Mayor Chastain.
Aye, motion passes. Item 10 is ordinances. Item 10A is ordinance number 2024-01, an ordinance of the city of McMinnville to amend multiple chapters and section of Title 14 of the official zoning code of the city to add provisions as outlined in Exhibit A and to set the date that this ordinance shall become effective. This is the second and final reading. Have a motion to approve.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Deidre Dunlap,
Second.
second by Ms. Rachel Kirby. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, we'll call for the vote.
Deidre Dunlap,
Aye.
Stacy Harvey,
I'm going to abstain. I own property affected by this.
okay, Steve Harvey,
Yes.
Rachel Kirby.
Yes.
Carrie Morton,
yes,
Mayor Chastain.
Aye, motion passes. Item 10B is ordinance number 2024-02, an ordinance of the city of McMinnville to change the zoning classification of a property located on Red Road from R1 Low Density Residential District to R6 Smart Growth Residential and to express the time for this ordinance to become effective. This is the second and final reading. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
A motion by Mr. Stacy Harvey, second by Mr. Steve Harvey. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, we'll call for the vote.
Deidre Dunlap,
Aye.
Stacy Harvey,
Aye.
Steve Harvey,
Yes.
Rachel Kirby.
Yes.
Carrie Morton,
yes,
Mayor Chastain.
Aye, motion passes. Item 10C, I've been asked, I guess due to issues with public notice for this item to be deferred to the next meeting. Item 11 is departmental reports. We have several department heads here this evening. If anyone wants to give a report, come on up.
toot our horn here. Last week at the Park Theater, the Tennessee Association of Utility Districts held the Region 4 meeting, best tasting water contest, and we won it again. So 2 years straight, 3 out of the last 4 years. So we'll compete again in August at the business conference. So let you know. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
thank you.
I just wanted to mention Joe's here tonight, but he called Ashley today and said, "Hey, I just want to hear about some of the shows that you guys got going on and how the tickets are selling." Daily and Vincent this Friday, March 1st, 7:30, sold out show. Puppy Pals, Sunday, March 3rd, 550 tickets sold, nearly sold out. Puffs, 7 increasingly eventful years.
It's Harry Potter.
Okay. March,
Really fun, man. It's
March
really fun.
7th and 8th, that's presented by a play presented by Warren Arts. The Sea Chanters, the U.S. Navy band, Ashley said it's a free show, but they nearly have 350 seats filled, something like that. And then Ricky Skaggs, Kentucky Thunder, March 16th, 7 p.m., 5 tickets left. So they're filling that place up. So congratulations.
Excellent. Thank you. Libby, you look like you want to say something. All right. Anybody else? Any announcements, Mr. Ming, Mr. Purtle? All right. If there's nothing else to come before the board, we'll stand adjourned. Thank you.